Oh, you guys, Valentine's Day is coming up. Are you planning to do something on this specific day? It's like every year, like I forgot pehle to ki Valentine's Day is this close, and then suddenly a lot of these stories are popping up on my WhatsApp that hey, it's a chocolate day, or hey, it's a teddy day, or like what not. For my single people out there, what are your plans? Are you doing something? For as long as I can remember, I've been single, and here's what I do. I wanted to share it. Maybe you might find this thoda sa inspiring, and maybe you might end up replicating it. I don't know. So देखो, concept simple है. The longest relationship you will ever have will always be with yourself. The moment you're born, the moment you take your first breath, till the moment you die, the longest relationship you will ever have will always be with yourself. Say this out loud with me. So if you're not happy, then nothing is worth it. Nothing is worth it. No matter how much money you make, whatever it is, nothing is worth it. So this Valentine's Day, I want you to find a nice breakfast, brunch, lunch place in your city and go out and dine alone. Just go out. If anyways you're not planning it, if you don't have a date, or if you have some friends you wanted to hang out with, like do a galentine, take them out, buy some nice jewelry for yourself, wear that outfit that you've always been meaning to wear, treat yourself, go all out. I'm telling you, this would be the best thing you could do for yourself. It can get lonely. I see you, I get you, I feel you. So this is all I have to say. Treat yourself, go all out, wear that nice jewelry, and get yourself some nice bunch of flowers, whatever kind you like. Just go all out. What's up, you beautiful people? I'm Aditi, and you're listening to Katbamna Aditi. We talk about anything and everything, past, present, and future, and overthink it all. Yes, we do. Today, I talk about how, everything around you is a reflection of you and your mindset. And I will also dive into my recent humiliating experience in the world of arranged marriage. It's going to be fun for you guys. I'm going to point out a lot of red flags that I saw, and I thought it would be an interesting topic to talk about for today. Yeah. So let's start with reflection. Ki basically our surrounding is a reflection of our brain. Whatever we do, wherever we go, who we associate with, what we read, whatever, like everything is sort of a reflection of my brain. And so if I were to, not work out, what is it that is going on in my brain? Am I too lazy? Am I not, like, why am I not doing it? Is everything okay? Or like my environment, my room is super dirty. Again, am I too lazy? Do I not have the discipline? What is going on? Everything is sort of a reflection of my current state of mind. So it says a lot. And I've also realized human brains are so fucking magnificent. Like, just probably one of the sharpest and most evolved tool out there in the universe. And sometimes we gotta maintain it, we gotta do the upkeep, we gotta sharpen it. And you cannot sit down and cry for things that did not work out for you. So you gotta change your patterns and thought processes over time. And like, how do you do that? You start by reading, focusing on more self-care, body care, which may look like working out 3, 4, 5 times a week, eating clean meals, homemade meals, drinking more water, cutting down on alcohol, cutting down on those cigarettes, enrolling yourself on some master classes. It's all it's all up there in your big beautiful brain. You'll have so much control on your brain. Like, you can do anything and make anything happen with just an idea, and that's the beauty of it all. Like, everything is a reflection of your brain. So if you succeed, if you are a success, it was sort of a reflection of a beautiful brain. What you decide to do and what you put out there, it's beautiful. So even when you're at loss, focus on what you did learn and how can you do better next time. That's all I will say. Yeah. a while back I subscribed to Logan Ury's newsletter, and she recently replied to my mail, and I'm a little shocked. Like, इतने सारे वो लोगों को भेजती है न्यूज़लेटर, how many, what are the odds that she even like responded to my mail? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Logan Ury is a dating coach and she's a relationship scientist. She works at Hinge currently and also is the author of How to Not Die Alone. I first came across her on Ali Abdal's podcast and I fell in love hard. Like, she's brilliant, her concepts are great, she's not self-taught or not like self-proclaimed. She has a lot of science degrees behind her and she's been working at Google for like a decade or so as a scientist, and then she got into dating and like उसका relationship based ही था सब कुछ science में, and it was surprisingly good. Like, she's not like a average, matchmaker कि यार okay, she woke up one day and she's like, okay, we put this and this together and then voila, kundli mila dete. No, she's like, everything is data bagged, science bagged, and I love her for that. Anyways, she encourages her followers to respond to her newsletters. So she sends out weekly newsletters and they're very informative. So her subject line for her recent newsletter was titled, "Do you worry you're undateable?" And that got me. Like, that subject line was like, okay, click, open, what does she have to say? So she asks such questions, and then also she gives a breakdown in the email of, list of things I could do the next time I'm on date, and like कुछ ना कुछ suggestion होता है, and then she always ends her mail with a homework assignment question. So this time around her question was is there a topic in your life that you fear makes you undateable? How would you go about sharing it with a future date in a way that makes you feel empowered? So I wrote her in 3 to 4 lines in a brief message कि yeah, I'm not ashamed of not going out on a date in like, I don't know, 5-10 years, and that I feel like I consider myself very lucky because I've not had a heartbreak of the kind that people usually have. So yes, I'm lucky. This is what she said, and I want you all to hear it. Okay, even if you were not emotionally available to date, that did not mean you were emotionally stunted. So when dating, one thing you might, so this is what she says, when dating, one thing you might try is to emphasize on the depth of your relationships and experiences with friends and family. You may not have been in a romantic relationship, but you have emotional intelligence and know how to be loyal, thoughtful, generous person to others. Lean into those strengths and don't apologize for living your life. It was so profound and concise, so well put together, focusing on the depth, talking about loyalty, generosity, and being thoughtful. Honestly, guys, you gotta like totally love yourself to set an example, even like for everyone to see. Hey, this is how you love me, this is how you treat me, and then focus on building friendships, loyalties, whatever. So for my people who are single and whatever age group you are, like, I see you and I understand we've all had other priorities at certain point in our lives, and we were not ever at any point, we were not emotionally stunted or frozen. Like, we grew. Even if we were not in a relationship, we still grew, and we had built in the meantime friendships, and family outgrew, and like you had cousins and cousins of cousins, like everything was like pretty much growing, right? So she kept on saying that you gotta focus on what you already have, lean into those stories that show our strength, and focus on those aspects of it. Like, for example, by talking about friendships you had for over 10 years, how you volunteer and give back every Thursday, or like you go to langar and like cook food, or like your siblings gather once a week for dinner and it's very important, family is very important to you, something like that. Like, focusing on the good was her advice, which was so profound. Like, it really hit me hard when she emailed this to me. Like, even if you are not emotionally available to date, that does not mean you were emotionally stunted. Period. So, this all brings to my story of the day. I said yes to arranged marriage, by the way, when I was 26. My parents were like, okay, bus ho gaya. Now you cannot remain single. You gotta, like, either let us know there is someone or we start finding one for you. And so I was like, okay. Yes, I was very angry. I did not want to do it in my 20s. I still said, I've manifested this pretty out loud. I don't want to get married in my 20s. I said this out loud multiple times. And you know what people say, be careful what you wish for. It is like that for me. So, also, I've tried dating apps, a lot of it, and none of them so far are working out for me. I don't know what it is. Like, 99% people I've come across on dating app are looking for something casual or are not emotionally mature or available for more. So I don't know where to find guys. Okay, so the other day this guy reached out to me and he says, he WhatsApps me, hi. So this guy was a candidate in the pool of arranged marriage, and he lives in I believe Pune, I believe, yes, and I live in Mumbai. So the whole thing happened, like the bio details were exchanged, and I was like, okay, sure, what's the harm in talking, right? So I knew he was based out there, but like at the logistically, I don't know who would come to who, like travel wise. So he said hi. Let's start with that. He said hi. As the conversation went on, there were so many red flags. I could not keep up. I genuinely could not keep up. But I said, hey, let's keep talking and see where it goes, right? So I've been told I keep saying no to everyone and that I will end up alone. Yikes. Yes, I've been told that. Yes. So let's talk about some of these red flags because they are entertaining, and also because I said bye to him and I blocked him, and this seems like a good story. And I hope you all understand these red flags, and I hope you do not come across some of them as I did. Okay. The first one. So he initiated the conversation, but he took his sweet ass time to respond to every message. Here I am, sitting, waiting for his message. La 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 la. Ab aayega jawab. And when you don't have the time to respond, why start a conversation is my question. People, ladies, gentlemen, people, please do not initiate a conversation if you do not have time. A quick response is a huge green flag saying, yes, you're available, yes, you have time for me, I want the full attention, because you initiated the conversation. Why do you have to take that long to respond? If you didn't have time, why message me in the first place during that hour, right? You could have messaged me the next day, right? So this was one. Then he could not form proper sentences. No, I'm not joking. No, I'm not joking. No punctuations and a lot of shorthand typing. You tell me, just tell me honestly, when does the shorthand typing stop? Like, at what age is it considered to be not okay? Generally, when this happens, I try to keep an open mind, and I understand, English has never been our first language, but having worked in a corporate for over 5 years and you still don't know how to write a simple first statement still gets my head spinning. I cannot deal with this bullshit. Like, you work in a fucking corporate job and you don't know how to write a message. No, this is not I was still like, there were red flags, but I was like, no, let's keep talking. Let's let's ignore these flags and like let's look at more, because there's always like, you can't judge a book by its cover, and this was still a cover. So we kept on talking. Okay, so he lives in a different city, as I said. I asked him if he even for a minute would consider moving to Mumbai. He straight up said no, and he asked me the same. What am I supposed to respond to this? He straight up said no. So was he expecting me to say yes? Because he was, and I said no. I followed up by saying, I'm willing to travel. Like, I said no to him. No, I'm not willing to move to Pune. And I also followed up that message, and I sent another message saying I'm willing to move and travel 7 seas if the partner is right for me. Okay, honestly, here I wanted to say, if he was even willing to consider moving, why is it expected so much from a woman and not the exact amount from a man? You tell me this. Why do women have to leave their houses? Like, who decided this? कि okay, this person is getting, मतलब ये मेरे को लगता है सिर्फ इंडिया का ही कल्चर है. Like, this is the only culture like it's based out here in India, because as long as I know and I've seen people kick their kids out by 16, 17, 18 कि आप देख लो, आपका जॉब करो, खुद से घर ढूंढो, rent out a place, and that's that. And usually that's what happens. Like, you share a place, you move in with the guy, and the guy has his own place or renting it out, whatever, and they share the rent, and that's that, right? I was like, in my case, I was like, can't there be some mutual ground? I think I wanted to hear, hey, Aditi, it's just a small thing. For love, I'm open to move anywhere. Like, I want that person to be that much connected to his emotions, and he's not afraid or shy to say this out loud. I don't know, man. I don't know what I was expecting at the end of it all. Like, it was just, I was taken aback, I guess. Alright, moving on. A lot of his responses were one words, okay. I could not fucking believe my eyes. Here I was explaining what my expectations were, and his response was, okay. I mean, where is the silly banter? Where is that back and forth conversation, those flirty text or emojis? Zero emojis, you guys. That's a huge red flag for me. Too many emojis, yes, red flag. Zero emojis, yes, red flag. Like, when you text and talk, it's very hard to understand the emotion behind it, whether he said it sarcastically or whether it was a casual, talk. So emojis are a huge life savior. It makes things light and flirty and conversational. Zero emojis, and the okays were so disgusting and rude. I was like 3, 4, 5 lines का मैं लंबा चौड़ा मैसेज लिख रही हूँ कि मेरे ये एक्सपेक्टेशंस है कि भाई ओके, दिस पर्सन नीड्स टू, आई होप दिस पर्सन वर्क्स आउट, टेक्स गुड केयर ऑफ हिमसेल्फ, नोज हाउ टू कुक हेल्दी मील्स, अंडरस्टैंड वर्क लाइफ बैलेंस, everything. But then I get a response as okay. Like, what? Are you kidding me? What? Okay. Last but not the least, the biggest red flag. Are you ready? I don't think you are. No, you're not. So I asked him, how will we ever go out on a date? Do I have to come all the way to your city, or will you come to my city? He asked me, Aditi, why don't we first get on a call? He asked me this, why don't we first get on a call? I was like, okay, fair enough, let's get on a call, see even if we vibe. And it was a Friday night. Let me just start with that. It was a Friday night. I told him, bro, I'm available on a Monday. This weekend is super packed for me, as my sibling and my Jiju and everybody was visiting, and I had guests over, and I had shit ton of work to do and go through and decide like this meal and menu, whatever. So it was a Friday night. He insisted twice that we talk tonight. Aditi, let's get on a call tonight. Let's do it tonight. I was blank for a second. I was like, didn't I just tell you, buddy, I'm busy tonight? I cannot get on a call this weekend, let's do it. I clearly mentioned Monday ko baat karte hai. He was like, no, tonight. At the end of it, I was like, okay, I give up. Like, I said, okay, chal kar lete hai baat. He told me he'll give me a call after 9:30 p.m. I said, I have to get on another call by 10 and I might have to hang up. He said, okay. So I waited and I waited and I waited some more. I got stood up, ghosted, and he never called or messaged. I was insulted. I was hurt. Not even insulted. I was hurt because here I was ready with my list of questions at bang on 9:30, and when it hit 9:31, I was like, okay, this guy is not interested. I don't know what to do. Actually, I had another call that I had to do at 10 o'clock, but I pushed my 10 o'clock call to 10:30, and this is all what happened. And it's just messed up, you guys. Now you would think the story is over here, but no. Uski jurrat, his audacity, he reached out a week later, like last Thursday. We talked on a Friday, he reached out on a Thursday next week. My boundaries are high. Let me just tell you that I do not let people stamp all over me and walk over me. I set my boundaries high. Like, my boundaries are currently saying hi to the Himalayan mountains. I will tell you this. You got one chance, buddy, and you blew it up. I told him off. When he messaged me, I fucking told him off. I was so angry. He sent me 3 messages. I was so angry when I read those messages, and I told him it is extremely disrespectful to schedule a call on your demand and ghost me. It was you who insisted to schedule it on a Friday night. The least you could have done is message me and let me know that you cannot call today because you have something else come up. Right? That's the most decent thing. अरे मैं और मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड भी बात कर रहे हो या कॉल स्केड्यूल होता है, जो भी है, वी लेट ईच अदर नो, हे आज नहीं हो पाएगा, कल बात करते हैं. Whatever it is. I was so embarrassed, you guys. Like, I'm so fucking done. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I do not want anything. I'm just focusing right now on my mental health. On my physical health, I work out 3 times a week. I'm pushing myself to work out more. I'm finding a good trainer in Mumbai, this fucking beautiful city of Mumbai. Like, things are working out for me. I say my affirmations. I do a lot of meditation, and you guys say a lot of affirmations to myself. Yeah, my life is fucking good. Like, really, really good. This is Aditi, and you've been the most kindest, sweetest audience I've ever come across. Thank you so much for listening to my rant. I'll see you in my next episode. Until next time, bye.